Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. First off, I apologize for there not being an episode on Thursday or Friday. Thursday was a personal day, and Friday was just laziness, and again, I apologize for that. That's not cool. So, in the last episode, we read this bit, except it wasn't pixelated to hell. This episode we're going to read this bit, because it's not pixelated to hell, and then I guess after that it'll let us read this bit, which will be unpixelated to hell somehow. And, yeah, Web 2.0, ha ha ha, let's just get on with it. Dialogue log. Why would you do that? I do not understand why you need to impale my friend to demonstrate your resurrection abilities. I believed you. It was pointless and cruel and does not advance my willingness to cooperate with you at all. Furthermore, it did not prove that you can use said abilities to harm me. I believe the assertion was based on a fallacious theory about my constitution. In actuality, one could easily kill me with any number of conventional methods. I'm sure you could chop my head off or burn me alive or crush me to death and I would die just fine. Whoa, Kanaya, could you maybe not give the Psycho 4 girl any more ideas? I'm not scared of you. None of us are. I kind of am. Carcat, shut up. If this treacherous despot serving turncoat seeks compliance from me, then she will have to pry from my mutilated, lifeless cadaver. Oh no, God, oh no, God. If you are so convinced that your recuperative magic will strike me down, then why don't you put your theory to the test? I doubt you will, since you have made it clear you need our participation to achieve your goals, which is a fact that your naive cohort foolishly revealed to us. I don't think she's very good at being a villain, and to be honest, I have my doubts about you as well, so I'm calling your bluff. So if you continue to insist that your healing enchantments have the power to slay me, then I implore you to give it your best shot. Go on, do it! Do your human worst! Silence, Buster. Wait, you can talk using actual sentences? Obviously. Then why resort exclusively to intimidating robotic sound bites for however long you were doing that? Because when it comes to the affairs of my empire, I'm all business. You see, Kanaya, I am a businesswoman, a very shrewd one at that. Okay, watch and learn, Rainbow Drinker. And it's a flash of some sort. Oh. You cautiously approach the ruthless businesswoman. She has deployed the chest of merchandise. You say, you mean the hunger trunk? She acts like she didn't even hear you. You're about to launch into another wordy tirade, but she wants to cut the chit-chat and get down to business to defeat the Huns. She has a proposition for you. What is it, you say? She wants to know if you'd like to buy these motherfucking potions. You examine the businesswoman's wares with piqued curiosity, to your surprise. Wait, 420 million per bottle? Isn't that a bit steep? She assures you that these are standard retail markups. Plus the quality is impeccable. Each potion is aged to perfection. The businesswoman makes little effort to hide the fact that this is a bottle of troll blood. Not exactly premium vintage, you remark, casually hoping to knock the price down a little. She isn't budging though. Damn, she's good. Yeah, alright. You buy a few bottles of Tavros' blood. You will think fondly of his memory as you sip it in private where no one can see. It's not like you're proud of this habit. Let's see this one. She says this potion was once running through the veins of a former heiress. It's real good shit. Doesn't cost any more than the others though, because she knows it's all the same to you. She can spot somebody in need of her fix when she sees one. The woman is an absolutely ruthless hustler of contraband. Sure. You nod in her direction ever so slightly and hold up 2 fingers. She forks over 200 bottles. With a deep sigh, you slip her the moolah. Bitch is gonna send you to the poorhouse. How much money does she have? She says she doesn't recall whom this potion was bled from, but she doubts it matters to you. She palms the bottle and swirls the fluid enticingly. You suddenly imagine Equius in his gross, sweaty body and feel a little queasy. No, you absolutely refuse to buy this potion. You will not do it. Nope, no way! Yeah. You buy a bunch of bottles and shamefully stash them with the others. Damn your lack of self-control. The businesswoman shakes her head slowly as she stuffs the cash in her hoodie. She says this is supposed to be a love potion, adding, trust her. It don't work. Probably tastes good to a weirdo like you though. Want some? You entertain a melancholy thought about dear Nepeta as you begin to salivate. Absolutely. You say you guess you'll take one. She says deal and gives you 1,000. You say, huh? She says don't worry about the extras. She'll put them on your tab. You say thanks. She says don't mention it and then says guess what? What? You say? Trying to settle up your debt. You say what? She begins polishing her fork menacingly. You grumble a bit and dump 420 billion boonies at her feet unceremoniously. She says this is some D-bag's blood. She never met the guy, but she's heard some unflattering stories. It doesn't sound that appetizing to you, but at least you wouldn't feel that guilty about drinking it. Oh, the rationalizations that run through the mind of a thirsty rainbow drinker. Did you really just say that aloud? The businesswoman nods. Yeah, alright. You say you only take half a dozen bottles. She says, sorry, she's only got one in stock. She says her wholesaler had a very limited supply. Seems like a lot of it was lost before he had the chance to harvest it. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? She says while tapping her nose. You quickly change the subject. That's a really nice tiara she has there. Really, it's just really nice. Her eyes say thanks, but her face says, look, I couldn't care less that you killed Aridin with a chainsaw. She says this potion was supposed to make you lucky. She wouldn't know because she never drank any, because she's not a vampire, she said, just to drive her point home. You say, glancing around uncomfortably. It doesn't matter though, she says. She says she makes her own luck now. You're tuning out her lecture at this point, you're just eyeing that vial of delicious Vriska blood and reaching for your pocketbook. Please. You thank the businesswoman for the transaction, and Carcat is asking what the hell you're doing over there. Are you buying shit from her? He demands to know what the fuck you could be buying. Are those little jars of blood? He asks. Please tell him you're not buying blood from this lunatic Kanaya. You say, what? No, of course not, and hide it behind your back. 2 for 1 deal on this gross mustard blood. She means potion. She pauses, looks at it and shrugs, then she says she means blood. Anyway, you want some? You know you want some. Yep. You say, okay, you'll take 2. She says that'll be 840 million. You say 840. What about the 2 for 1 deal? She says the 2 for 1 deal applies, but there's a mandatory 100% gratuity tacked onto the bill. You sigh and cough up the dough. You cannot outfox Jane Crocker in cunning business practices. She's simply the best there is. Anyway. Was that it? Okay. Wow! Those cool new cartridge features blah 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 blah. Let's not get carried away. Hold the phone. Looks like this shit is still broken. Who is surprised by this? The answer is nobody. At least the third and final option is probably available. Now let's see what Rose and Teresa are up to. What do you mean it doesn't work? Are you sure? Try again. You're kidding. No, that can't be right. Only the first option is working? So we have to go through the Dave arc again? Sure, what the hell? Looks like we're reading the Dave arc again. Thanks for nothing, the information age. You know what was cool? You ask your computer rhetorically. When stories used to be on fucking paper. Okay. I'm not sure if I should read this again. I'm serious. The thing is, being a time guy, like, actually mastering time travel, I'm pretty sure what that involves is learning to never use it. See, it's like karate. Well, it's more like what they say about karate. That you learn it so you don't use it, but I mean, we all know the truth about karate is if you know karate, then obviously in reality, you use it all the time. Like doing lethal fucking crane kicks and sweet karate chops while walking down the street just because you can. It's a goddamn no-brainer. That's what you do with karate. John, what the fuck are you doing here? I don't know. John, don't get me wrong, it's cool that you randomly dropped by again, but this really wasn't the best time. We're kind of in the middle of a thing here. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, John, did you really have to pick now of all times to materialize out of nowhere and taunt me? I'm sorry. Jeez, it was an accident. So what now? Am I really supposed to tackle you just to watch you vanish yet again? No, please don't. Because I don't really feel like it. Do you have any idea how frustrating that becomes after a while? I didn't mean to come here, really. I still can't control the jumps. I'm trying, but it just... Dude, are you time traveling? Please don't tell me you're time traveling. You need to leave that shit to the experts. No, it's not time travel. Well, not technically. Who do you think you're talking to here? Do you see this bright red gear on my hoodie? That means I know stuff about time travel. Sure looks like you're time traveling to me. No, I swear! Okay, see, I went on a dream quest with some troll pirates. Never mind. That's the long version of the story. Okay, so I stuck my hand in this little magic house and... John, you're fucking shit up here. What? You being here, that's not supposed to happen. All the shit we're saying now, it's not supposed to go down like this. I can feel it. I know! I'm sorry, I would zap away again, but I don't know how. I don't think it matters now. The pooch is already screwed. Meh. Wow, wait, that was a terrible figure of speech in this context, but you know what I mean. Yo, like, I was just saying I didn't want to time travel anymore to avoid bullshit like this. It's not time travel, though, I promise! Then what is it? Just fell. I don't know, like some kind of surreal, history-altering, reality-hopping magic power. That's time travel, genius. No way, dude. You have to trust me on this. Alright, but if it turns out you just created a doomed timeline and we're all gonna die, I'm gonna be hella mad. This isn't a doomed timeline, I'm telling you. I can change things. Stuff that wasn't supposed to be changed. And I'm not saying bad stuff won't happen as a result of things I change. But at least it won't make it a doomed timeline. The new things that happen will just be the stuff that's supposed to happen. Huh. It's pretty dope if true. Actually, in a way, that almost makes me more nervous. It does? Yeah, messing with the alpha timeline. I mean, not the alpha timeline, but the alpha timeline. Almost seems heretical, I guess. You sure know what you know what you're doing, Edberg? Earth to Dave? I already said I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Gotcha. Well, I'm sold. But really, man, you're kind of interrupting a thing. Temporal mechanics not even withstanding. What was I interrupting? I think this was going to be a serious conversation here. I have a feeling Jada and I were going to get all heavy with our relationship issues or whatever. You were? Yes, unfortunately that's probably where this was going. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm fucking this up so bad. See, this is what I'm worried about. Even though my random jumps are supposed to be a safe form of time travel, I'm still nervous that I might be ruining important events anyway. Like, there was all this crazy bad stuff that happened to get us here, crazy stuff that happened to get us here, whether it was good or bad, and if I fumble around like this, accidentally changing all that stuff, then I won't even know what's going on anymore. Maybe no one will. Does anyone even know what's going on now? That's what I'm saying. Things are complicated enough as it is. Truth. Okay, look, maybe we can try to minimize my impact on the current situation if I fly away. You think you can do whatever you were going to do in the first place? Do you know what you were going to do? Yes, I was going to kick the mayor into the lava. What? Holy shit, so uncool. I was going to make it clear I was serious about killing someone you cared about, so you would stop being a baby and start using your powers and sword fight with me, you dumb jerk. Wow, Jade, I think you might be a little too good at being a villain. It's kind of worrying. Thank you. So the mayor will be dead if John didn't show up? Oh yes, absolutely. He will be burnt to a crisp right now, I'm sure of it. God damn, Jade. Why would you do that, knowing eventually I'd probably start using powers and reluctantly start embracing my role as a reluctant hero? That shit always happens. No, you wouldn't. You were going to argue with me forever. Yeah, maybe. But the point is, you're not going to bother killing the mayor anymore, are you? I guess not. He is a very cute mayor after all. See, John, your fake time travel shit is already paying off. You saved the mayor. Congratulations. Okay, I'm glad the mayor's alive and all, but this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. Isn't there some way you could just pretend I never showed up and let this play out the way it was supposed to? Sorry, John. Whatever Dave and I were going to argue about, I think the moment passed. The whole thing is kind of ruined, to be honest. Damn it! Okay, all y'all settle down. I'm getting a text. I can't fucking read this. Okay, so it's some serious Web 2.0 shit right here. Right here, maybe even 3.0. You do. Yes, you do, dare say. Just so you don't have to read this whole stupid paragraph yet again. Web 3.0 it is! The important thing is it appears the Rose to Resi arc is available now, so you click on that and read it. If this thing breaks one more time, I'm going to repost all the Leprechaun romance stuff here instead. Ah, shit. Dialogue log. Tracy, what are you doing over there? Nothing! Alright then. What exactly are we supposed to be doing here? Did she actually get her sunglasses back? Why did she group the two seers together? Was there a point to that? What is her goal with these divide and conquer tactics? Everything is so unclear. Threads leading to the most fortuitous outcomes have gotten so badly tangled. I can't tell if it's the hangover or if something else is happening. Something out there unaccounted for. Why can't I see it? Why have I become so blind again? No offense, Terezi. Are you talking to me? No, I'm talking to myself. Why? Stop making me yell. I still have a headache and so do you. Alright, sorry. Why am I talking to myself? I think I've spent too much time around Dave. I've also probably spent too much time sharing his genes. Why must our family tree be plagued by so many shameless soliloquists? I wonder if our young parents are like this. I wonder if I'll ever find out. And what should I do in the meantime? Should I really work on completing my personal planetary quest? That whole thing's where I learned to play the rain. I guess I should feel exhilarated to have the chance again after all these years. Of course I should, but then, why does it sound like such a drag? I haven't played the violin in a long time. I wonder if I even remember how. Honestly, I can't remember ever feeling less motivated to satisfy a looming obligation. I think my quest was fundamentally bound to the nature of this land, which was customized to the profile, needs, and potential for growth of a 13-year-old girl, but I'm not that person anymore. What if I just didn't bother doing it, like, ever? Would anyone notice my dereliction? Would the powers that be strike me down where I loaf? What if I just said fuck it? What then, silly pink tortoiseshells, Are there words here? Nope. I guess I should stop procrastinating and have this conversation with Kanaya. So, have you made any progress in determining what our malefactors want from you and Carcat? Yes. Well, she wants us to speak with Echidna. And are you still there? Yes. Speak to her about what? About releasing the new frog. I see. At least it would seem you have a project. Terezi and I have received no such instruction. Hello? Hi, yeah. Kanaya, do you want to talk about my problem? What problem? The one pertaining to my substance abuse. Oh, right, okay. Are you busy? You seem preoccupied. No? Well, yeah, sort of. What are you doing? I'm, just buying some things. You're buying things? What things? Just some provisions. Like what? And from whom? A local vendor. Are you in the consort village? Don't those shops only sell jars of bugs and such? You're not buying jars of bugs, are you? No, definitely not jars of bugs. No. I'm confused. Could you be a little more descriptive? I really should go. Let's talk about my problem later. Your problem? Don't you mean my problem? Yes, definitely. Bye. Oh, that timing. I guess she didn't get the sunglasses back. Terezi, where are you going? Oh, out of the comic, apparently. Clown hunting. Wow! Wow, indeed! Here you go! Arenea's exposition on leprechaun romance in its entirety, unedited and uncensored as promised. I'm not reading this again. Oh, alright, never mind. I guess, let's see, multiple buttocks, chafing. Not sure what that says, not sure what that's, something about pelvis. Magic something. Deep. Proboscis, perky proboscis. Course like something. Deep in puppet ass. Probocalypse. Or proboscalypse. I feel like I can actually probably click one of these for real. I can click this one again. Whose teeth are these? Why are there two teeth? Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, you shouldn't be here. What? Tackle. What the hell? Gotcha! Did he just, like, tackle him out of there to fix it? Is that why that happened? It still keeps happening. You come to the sobering realization that things will never stop from keep happening constantly. And you can't take it anymore. Stop fooling around and go find Roxy, you dumb goof! Who's Roxy? Ow! Ah, jeez. Well, I can't even open that dialogue log. Still can't open that dialogue log. I think I'm going to be able to open it soon, though. Not quite yet. There we go. It is just you and I now, Jake. Alone at last. Jane, can you please tell me what in the Sam Hill is going on? Haven't you kept me pinched in the hoosgow long enough? The what? What happened to my grandma? She seemed so nice, and then all of a sudden, whammo, she's a gruesome monster. And what's with the thing she zapped on your head like that? Flipped your cuckoo fruitcake switch. Is that what made you lose your marbles, Jane? And why'd you have to plant such a spanking haymaker on the old breadbasket? That really hurt. It still hurts. And why, oh why, must my bottom rock these snug custard undies? Why you get to look like such a doggone badass? Am I at least permitted to put on a respectable pair of fucking shorts? Absolutely not. But Jake, be quiet. Having recently been crowned a supreme being of pure logic, my tolerance for your antiquated horseshit has fallen to nil. I'm sorry, Jane, you know what a shameless blatherskite I can be. Especially when I'm nervous, I start bumping my gums and prowling my screwball poppy cocktail blue in the puss. You know how rough it's been for me, Jane? After we almost hopped the broom and then Dirk slipped me the mitten over the whole trickster sockdolager, it all caught me flat-footed and knocked me right into a cocked hat. It's squirreling me away and the calaboose like this is payback for the way I behaved. You've got to believe me, I never meant to hurt you, Jane. I've done my best here. That's the real Simon Pure. Scout's honor. Ah! Jake, now you've done it. You've made me exclaim in frustration audibly. If your intent is to welcome another knuckle sandwich instead of my reasoning for your captivity, then go on. Say one more thing that sounds like something a corny old man would say. I dare you. That's what I thought. Listen carefully, prisoner. I stand to inherit a new empire very soon. When Earth has reached its final destination, like that movie, it will be repopulated with a fresh brood of loyal subjects over whom I will rule absolutely. But I will not rule alone, Jake. Oh no. I will need a husband to rule by my side. That is where you come in. You and I will be wed, and we will rule my empire together with an iron oven mitt. However, the mitt will be worn by me and me alone. You will have no executive authority whatsoever because you were too stupid. You will always do exactly what I say and when I say it. You'll be obedient, cheerful, mostly silent, and scantily clad. Is that understood? You will also provide me with children so my imperial legacy will continue and the Crocker brand will live on in infamy. You will sire as many children as I ask for, and they will all be perfect, obedient little heirs and heiresses. You do remember our recent agreement to have a zillion babies, don't you, Jake? I do hope you were not planning to renege on this vow. Our children will rule the empire when we are gone, which of course will be never, because we'll be eternally young, and beautiful, and immortal, and in love forever and ever. We'll travel the galaxy, conquering planets, and expanding my empire. No alien world will pose any resistance to our forces, especially not once I figure out how to unlock all that incredible page of hope potential hidden away in your pathetic, hunky body. Please, Jane, no, don't do this. I don't want to get married or sire children or rule an empire. I'm scared and sad and afraid, and I don't want to do this adventure anymore, and I just want to go home. Please let me go back to Earth, Jane, just like it used to be. I just want to go back to my pumpkin patch in the jungle, when things were simpler and all I had to worry about was being tackled by a feisty robot. I want to go back to when I didn't ruin all my friendships, and when you didn't hate me, and when you didn't go crazy and tell me to be your weird royal husband and slave. Ew, dude, don't blow your nose on your cape. Brain ghost, Dirk? You've got to do something! Sorry, man, I'd like to help you out, but I'm not real. Dagnabbit! Are you sure there's nothing you can do? I'm only as real as your ability to believe in me. But I do believe in you! I believe in everybody! Yeah, right. You've never really believed in anyone your whole life, and you know it. Everything's always about you. Don't you remember? You've already had this epiphany, dingus. I can only become truly real if you ever manage to harness those bomb as shit hope powers she mentioned. Then again, if you actually did that, you wouldn't even need my help. But I can't! And I don't want to be a pawn in her lecherous baby-making pastry empire. Jake, will you stop crying? It's reflecting poorly on both of us. Sorry. Hey, did you just shave your legs? No, I think the magic god tier fire burned it all off. God damn, they're so smooth. A car could swerve out of control in those games. I know, it's really weird. Speaking of legs, yeah, the little poofy asshole pants, I know. Is that really what you're wearing now? Yeah. Sweet. No. Jake, to whom are you talking? Brain Ghost Dirk. Brain Ghost Dirk? Yes, you're lying. No, I'm not. Brain Ghost Dirk sounds almost as fake as he's completely made up. But... oh, for goodness sake. Pull yourself together, Jake. Your behavior is repugnant and has no place in my empire. What kind of man are you? What kind of suitor to an heiress weeps uncontrollably when his imaginary friend's existence is called into question? She has a point there. Dude, would you quit bawling already? Stand up like a man and punch her in the face or something. But I don't want to be a man, and I don't want to punch her in the face. Punch whom in the face now? Nobody! Just sickening. To think I wasted my youth pining over a vile maggot like you. Jake, you should not be misled when I imply that I love you, or when I command you to marry me and sire my children. In truth, I detest you, and if not for certain assets you possess, I would be sorely tempted to fork you full of holes right now, feed your remains to my daughter. But I won't. Daughter? What, the cat? You're lucky you're so hot. Swoosh. Oh, it actually is going shwoo. Pumpkin! Show the dialogue log. Hello? Is, anyone inside that ring? Who goes there? Don't worry, I'm not a villain. I'm just passing through looking for someone. I was told to find a girl named Roxy. Roxy, huh? Sounds like a babe. Yeah, maybe. Do you know her? Kinda. Really? Have you seen her? Nope, not in a while, I'm afraid. Darn. I can help you find her, though. With a series of vexing riddles plus clues, each more bewildering than the last, each less infuriating than the next. For I am the Sphinx of this pyramid, and that sort of coy bullshit is the shit that I get up to every day. All pyramids have sphinxes, I decided just now. No, that sounds really dumb. I would rather just have some straightforward information as to her whereabouts. Strokes sphinxly chin enigmatically. Can you at least tell me what she looks like? Well, the thing is, she's hard to recognize lately. She started wearing a mask for some fucking reason. Maybe so as to avoid detection from Snoopy boys. Just wonked at you, FYI. You just what? Nothing? Alright, well, can you tell me where and when you last saw her? Heck yes, it was the last time I looked in a mirror. There's no mirrors in jail, though, which is a shame. Could use an eye load of that stone cold fox to get me through the long nights. Hardest time I ever done. Oh my god. It's you! How could I possibly fall for such a stupid prank? LMA freaking O! You're almost as gullible as English! How perf is that? That's some kind of family trait. What? You must be John, right? Yes, how'd you know that? Because Jake rambled about meeting you a bunch of times. Also, you sound like him. Oh. It seems like you have me at a disadvantage then, which is impressive considering you were in jail and also at a little green pyramid thingy for some reason. Did you actually build that thing? F yeah! That's cool, it's like a little fort. I built a fort in my room once. I made it out of a bedsheet and some Cruxite dowels. Then my friend threw it in a bottomless pit. That's awesome. It was alright. No, but for real, don't wreck my fort or I might fuck you up. I wouldn't dare. Aren't you going to come out so I can see you? I would, but I've been trying to concentrate on something, so I built this sick pyramid deal to help me focus my brain chi and spiritual magics. And if at all possible, to blitz my chakras out the yin-yang. Is it working? No. But at least it's nice and dark and quiet in here and free of distractions. Or it was until a guy came along looking for some chick. What are you trying to do exactly? I have to make a spike ball appear out of thin air, but all I can make are these lame cubes. You made all these cubes? Yep. That's a neat power. Thank you. I also made some pumpkins. Cubes and pumpkins. The manifestations of amateurs. They're basically freebies for void players, I think. I remember making some of those cubes with my alchemiter. Alchemiter. I think that's what a blank card makes, so yeah, they're super primitive, but making pumpkins is pretty impressive. They're like these big old vegetables. No, dude, pumpkins are hell so primitive. Void-wise, they're like the middle square on a bingo card. Drumming up a dumb gourd ain't nothing to write home about. Well, if you're really having trouble, I know a thing or two about learning to use god-tier powers. Maybe I could help. Doof. Hey, look! It's Jake stuffed in a blue windsock. Huh? Never mind. So what kind of hot god-tier tricks can you teach me? Tricks? I guess I don't know any actual tricks per se aside from how to use some of my powers, but I don't know if the same tricks apply to using your powers. You said you could help me though. I said maybe I could. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, maybe if I told you about some of the experience I had when I was learning to do my windy stuff, you might have some kind of voidy epiphany? A voidy epiphany. Yes. Okay, then I'm all ears, Johnny Windsock. Let loose your wisdom whilst I rake in the epiphanies. Okay, I've noticed whenever I learn to do new things with my powers, it's usually in response to something, like something important that has to be done, so why are you trying to make this spike ball, and how does it feel, how important does it feel to you? As I mess up all of John's words. Well, at first I was mainly trying to make it because Dog Girl was forcing me to, but now I think I keep trying because I'm getting obsessed with making this dumb spike ball and PO that I can't do it. I see. What exactly is the spike ball, if you don't mind my asking? It's an alien egg for the trolls, to hatch them all back to life, but only to be ruled by an evil witch, so it's going to be shitty for them. So yeah, it's kind of an important thing, but at the same time it will probably be terrible if I actually made it, so then maybe the fact that you're conflicted about it is why you're having trouble? Yeah, maybe. If you think it's important to make, but don't want to give it to the bad guys, why don't you just break out of jail? Then you could try to make the egg at your own discretion to use it however you think is best. I don't know, I broke out of here once already and the fucking witch just nabbed me again. And that was before she recruited Jake's omnipotent goofball grandma to zap me back in here the moment I step outside. Yeah, it is a pretty tricky situation with Grimbark Jade on the loose, that's for sure. But I've been managing to evade her. I just swoosh the breeze around my scent and dissolve into wind and fly away if she finds me. Maybe you could do something like that too. It seems to me if anyone should be able to avoid detection using their powers, it would be a void player. Get it? Avoid, as in avoid? That's legit sound reasoning, yo. Plus a way lame pun to boot. But remember how we were just talking about the fact that when it comes to God tier shit, I don't know what the F I'm doing? Oh, right. Anyway, I thought you were going to regale me with stories of your ascent through the Windsock tiers, such that I may, through osmosis, glean the vagaries of godhood. Then all I gotta do is wait for this rude tidal wave of epiphanies and junk to wash over me and get me hella wise. Then and only then, I will be able to make this shitty egg happen. Okay? Okay, where should I start? At the beginning! You mean like, when I first became a god tier? That's a long story. I was kinda tricked into that. It might take some setup to understand. Dude, look. I don't have grand illusions that this yarn you spin will be, like, actual efficacious tutelage on fucking pajama spells. I just want to hear you talk about stuff. I want to know your stories. Go! Alright, in that case, I guess it all started on my 13th birthday, which was 3 years ago, by the way. I heard about this awesome game, or at least one I thought was awesome, and I wanted to play it with my friends. But it wasn't so easy to start. I had to get it from the mail, which meant sneaking around the house while avoiding my dad, which was kind of stupid and childish in retrospect, but blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Go on. Mental note, Mac on. Boyfriend material? Blah 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 blah. Meteor, blah 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 blah. Nana Sprite, blah 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 blah. Oil everywhere. Blah 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 blah. Imps, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Your daughter, blah blah blah. At least I think she is. Blah 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 blah. Salamanders, blah 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 blah. Trolls, blah 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 blah. Rocket Pack, blah blah blah. Died. Really? Blah 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 blah. Ectobiology, blah 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 blah. Jack Noir, blah 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 blah. Black Queen's Ring, blah 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 blah. Girl named Vriska, blah 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 blah. Windy Thing, blah 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 blah. Ocean of Green Fire. Wow. Blah 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 blah. Quest bed, blah 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 blah. Prototype, blah 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 blah. Jake's omnipotent dog, blah blah. Chess guy, blah 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 blah. Flying around in my dad's car at the speed of sound, blah 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 blah. Liv Tyler, blah blah. The battlefield, blah 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 blah. Huge wind drill, blah 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 blah. The tumor, blah blah. Please continue. Blah 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 blah. Fallout Rose, blah 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 blah. Mom and dad died, blah 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 blah. Kissed her back to life, blah 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 blah. The scratch, blah 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 blah. Huge record, blah 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 blah. Giant needle, blah 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 blah. Green sun, blah 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 blah. Reset, blah 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 blah. Got here, Jade, blah 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 blah. Golden battleship. You're kidding me. Blah 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 blah. Through a giant window, blah blah blah. 3 years, blah 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 blah. Con Air, blah blah blah. Thought it sucked, blah blah blah. Eventually came to my senses, blah 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 blah. Ghost Hunters 2 MMORPG. Oh no. She's bored. Say more interesting things. Blah 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 blah. Duel with Jack Noir. Blah blah blah. Turned into wind and escaped. Blah 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 blah. Cool hat with rabbit ears. Ooh. Blah blah blah. Cracks in paradox space. Blah 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 blah. Enchanted desert. Blah blah blah. Magic ring. Blah blah. Adventure on the high seas. Blah blah blah. Ghostly troll pirates. Blah. Ultimate weapon. Blah 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 blah. Defeat Lord English. Blah 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 blah. House-shaped thingy. Blah blah blah. I poked my hand inside. Blah 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 blah. Unstuck and cannon. Blah blah blah. Turned blurry. Blah blah blah. Clowns on top of the White House. Blah blah blah. Vampire hissed at me. Blah blah blah. Literally inside Con Air. Blah blah blah. Glitchy bullshit. Blah blah. Met myself. Blah blah blah. Finally found you hiding in the little green pyramid. Whew. Oh my god. Is he still blank? So that's pretty much the whole story. I left a bunch of stuff out, though. If more important stuff that I forgot occurs to me, I'll let you know. Hey, no, that's fine. That was all great and exciting as heck. It sounds like you guys got up to a lot more crazy shit than we did. For us, it's been mostly dicking around in a session full of spooky skeletons for half a year. Then Fafetta died. The end. Fafetta? Fafetta was a dear, sweet, precious, dear friend of mine. She was beautiful and sweet and lovely. She exploded. Wow, I'm sorry. Oh, we also became tricksters, which as far as things that happened go was so dumb. I guess that's kind of the epilogue of our story. Oh yeah, then we had hangovers and went god tier accidentally. That's the double epilogue. The end, X2 times combo. Or X2 combo. I don't know, that all sounds pretty interesting to me. Sometimes in life, when you look back on things, it can feel like it was all boring and uneventful, but when you really think about it, you remember all these cool things that happened you forgot about. Yeah. Them's wise words, J-Sock. Anyway, if you remember more about your adventure and want to tell me sometime, I would love to hear it. Okay, but, hey. I could not help but notice in your story you was talking about my mom sometimes. How many more words? Okay, so that's a lot more words. So I'm thinking I'm going to save this for the next episode. So, this has been Anachi Sasuke. I think this was episode 126 of Let's Read Homestuck. And in the next episode, we'll see what all this big old dialogue log box is. And see if it's going to throw more other thing at us. Because I'm glad I didn't have to actually read the Leprechaun thing again. Thank God for the Stardust glitch. So, if you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things. And I will see y'all in the next one. Later.